What's up, guys? Welcome back and welcome if it's your first time here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today, we're going to be making this delicious and amazing chicken stew my way. So, let's get started. All right, guys. So, we're going to start with I'm using drumstick and also chicken thighs. And I already washed them and dried them. I washed them with some vinegar and lime and I dried them up a little bit. And now I'm gonna be just added some oil, and the oil is kind of like a binder for all the seasonings we're gonna put here. And guys, I'm gonna have everything in the description box. All these seasonings you see here, I made like a little season blend for this chicken, and I usually do that so I don't keep going back and forward with seasonings. I just make my own like all-purpose seasoning. So that's what that one is looking like. It's changes sometimes. Kind of depends on my mood. So we're gonna add that to our chicken. I added about 3 teaspoons of that. And I'm also gonna add some sazón líquido, which is a replacement for sofrito. But if you have your sofrito, girl, go ahead and use it. And I had to show you guys how to make my sofrito. I'll show you guys. The sazón líquido is kind of like if you don't have time for it, you just get it at the store, and it's very good. So I also added some worchesire sauce. I also added some soy sauce. And here I'm adding some dry herbs. And this is also a little blend that I made with, it has dry thyme, it has my Dominican oregano, and it also has some dry basil. But you can go ahead and use any herbs, any dry herbs you would like. Rosemary goes very good on this too. Some parsley, any dry herbs you like, you can go ahead and add it. And that's it. That's all of our seasonings for our chicken. And we're just gonna mix this up, let it get nice and beautiful. And I will usually let this marinate for a couple of hours, but this is a fast dinner. I'm just gonna use it right away. So, oh, I forgot to add the lime, so that's why I'm adding the lime at the end. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna let this marinate for a little bit just until I cut my vegetables. We're gonna be adding half of bell pepper and half of red onion and some garlic. I know my spice mix already had garlic powder, but I love cooking with like raw garlic. It gives it like a extra kick, an extra un gustico bien bueno que le da. So yeah, so now I'm just gonna put my chicken to the side, and I'm just gonna start just cooking. I'm not cooking, cutting my bell pepper. So I'm using half a green bell pepper. You can use the whole bell pepper if you want, but I only want to use half of it. And so yeah, you're just gonna clean it, and I'm cutting it in like big pieces because you also don't want it to like disappear as it's cooking. So just make sure you keep it nice and thick. And I'm also going to use half, not even half, I'm going to use 1/3 of a red onion. Like I said, you can use the whole red onion if you like, but I'm just going to use like 1/3 of a red onion. And this is like for flavor, like the onions and the peppers, it's for flavor. And guys, you can make this yourself, make this however you like. I'm making this my way with my little Dominican spin on it. So yeah, so now I have I use 3 garlic cloves, but if you don't want to use so much garlic, it's fine. You can omit this 3 garlics, but I love garlic. So I'm just gonna chop this up. So this is like an easier way to do it. Just smash the shit out of the garlic and then you just start just chopping it. And you can add some salt to this also, and it will make it like a paste. But yeah, we're just gonna chop it up really quick, and then we're gonna add that to our chicken and also our vegetables. All right, guys, so now that you finish chopping your garlic, you're gonna go ahead and add it to your chicken, and then you're gonna just get rid of that spoon and use your hands. I'm just gonna use my hands as your best equipment. So you're just gonna mix all that garlic in there with the chicken, the peppers, and the onions. Guys, this chicken, I'm telling you, is amazing. So yeah, so you're just gonna go ahead and grab a pan. I'm using a Dutch oven, but you know, any heavy duty pan that you have, you can also use like a cast iron kind of pan for this, because you know, I like it because it holds the temperature of the pan very well. So, but whatever, you know, you use Dutch oven, you can use any heavy duty pan you have. So to that I added 3 tablespoons of oil, and now I'm adding 1 teaspoon of sugar. The sugar is very important with this because it's what's gonna give the chicken that beautiful brown color you're looking for. So when your sugar looking like that, you still want to let it go a little bit more, let it burn a little bit more. So when it looks like that, that is screaming at you, that's when you want to go ahead and add your chicken. Guys, this is a great technique to give your chicken some color. So, and it also gives it a nice taste. If you've been following me and looking at my videos, you see that anything that I'm cooking with chicken like this, or even with beef, I add sugar. That's like also one of my Dominican tricks that my mama showed me. So yeah, you just want to add all of your pieces of your chicken, and you saw that pan. I just added a little bit of water. But girls, you see that color? That is perfection. That is exactly what you're looking for. So when I added my chicken to this, guys, I did not touch it at all. So that liquid that you see there, that is the chicken releasing all this liquid. So after about 8 minutes of not touching the chicken, just letting it get nice and just achieve that beautiful color, I'm just gonna go ahead and flip it and allow the other side to get that beautiful brown color also. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. My kitchen smells so good. All right, guys, so after your chicken have that beautiful color on both sides, we're gonna go ahead and add the water we added to our bowl. So I added about half a cup of water to the same bowl I have my chicken in, and that's what I'm adding here. So after doing that, you're just gonna let your chicken cook a little bit longer until everything gets nice and bubbly, and some of the water has already absorbed like that. So when your pot looks like that, you're just gonna give it a toss because you also don't want the chicken to stick to the bottom of it. So we're just gonna let this cook a little bit longer for an additional, I would say, 5 minutes. We're gonna cover this and we're gonna fully cook it. Okay, so don't worry if you think your chicken is not done. We're gonna cover the pot and cook it nice and slow. So after a couple of minutes of my water, I have already absorbed. You probably can see it there, but I'm gonna show you. I still have a good amount of liquid, just not too much. You're gonna go ahead and add your tomato paste. And guys, remember, I'm gonna have all of this in the description box. Everything that I'm adding to this pot is gonna be right down there, so make sure you check it out. So after adding your tomato paste, you're gonna let this cook for a couple of minutes. And after a couple of minutes, your sauce should look like that, nice and luscious, nice and beautiful. And then now we're gonna add some red wine. So you can add cooking wine to this, but I just added a regular red wine that I have, that I drink. So I just add that to my chicken, and the flavor is amazing. It's gonna give it a nice flavor. So after adding your wine, you're gonna add your peppers, your onions, and I also added some stuffed olives and some cilantro. And then you're just gonna toast that all together. And then now what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and cover this, but I'm gonna cover it with, oh, I'm adding a little bit of water because there was like a little bit left over of the seasoning. I just wanted that out of the bowl. So Like I was saying, we're just gonna cover this, but I'm gonna leave it open a little bit because this also is gonna help thicken up your sauce. It's gonna help your chicken get nice and juicy. And we're gonna put the flame, I'm gonna lower my flame so I have it like on low, and I let this cook for about 10 minutes, guys. And look how our chicken stew is looking like. It looks amazing, guys. And this chicken, like when I added the wine, the smell that came out of that when I opened that pan also, mm, is so good. This is exactly what you're looking for. So this is almost ready. So I'm just gonna let this cook for an additional 5 minutes. And then after the 5 minutes, guys, this is exactly what you're looking for. Our chicken is already nice and cooked. Our veggies are soft, but they're not like you can still see them. Man, this chicken stew came out so good, so delicious. And let me tell you, you can serve this but whatever you want. So I just want to show you how it looks like when it's relaxed. So my flame is off, but you still, oh my God, I'm like babeando looking at this. So our flame is off and it's just been chilling for a couple of minutes, but look how delicious it looks. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So you can serve this over rice. You can serve this. So I serve mine with mango. And if you don't know what a mango is, girl, check out my Dominican breakfast and I'll show you exactly how to make that. But here we have our chicken stew o un pollo guisado, como le decimos allá en Santo Domingo. Pero thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe y buen provecho.